Just because you understand your trauma doesn't mean that you're healing it. Psychoeducation is only one part of trauma healing and emotional regulation. Let me share a couple things. So, connection. You absolutely need social connection. I didn't know just how socially different I was based on my early childhood conditioning, until I had a loving, supportive friend group that reflected me positively, that didn't need me to pretend to be anything other than who I actually am. And that social connection, or that relational connection, healed my relational trauma to a large degree, actually. And I felt a lot more like myself, and it gave me permission to be who I really am. Then you absolutely need to learn about nervous system regulation. So how did the trauma get trapped in your body? What does it feel like? What does it make you do? So for me, when I'm really struggling with emotional regulation, I turn towards addictive patterns or addictive habits. So that might look like nail biting, overeating, not sleeping, and so or just having like anxiety in my chest. And that directly links back to nervous system dysregulation. I also might have brain fog or just be like more clumsy than usual. And we absolutely must learn what's happening in our body when we're in an emotionally stressed state and how to repair it. And then self-efficacy. So a lot of the time when we experience trauma, our inclination, our natural impulse is to hide away from the world, to believe that we're incapable, that we're small, that we're insignificant. But what actually needs to happen in order for us to truly heal and make progress and not just get stuck in a conceptual understanding of trauma, or conceptual understanding of healing, we need to actually go out into the world and experience things, find new hobbies, join a study program, find work that we love, engage with people socially so we feel like capable human beings. And the last one that I'm going to list for today is faith. So a lot of the time when we don't have a faith or a spiritual foundation, we just kind of feel like we're floating in the wind, that there's no purpose to our life, that we don't matter, that we're not loved, and we don't really have a solid sense of identity and belonging and real purpose. And not purpose as in like how you serve the world, but an understanding of why God created you. We are created beings, and we're created with a purpose and intention and love, and like that. If we have no awareness of, we kind of just feel like the rejection or the trauma that we experience as children, like that is what defines your identity and your life. And that is such a tragedy, to feel so fundamentally broken and unlovable because the people who were around you, who were supposed to receive you, didn't reflect you positively or didn't have the capacity or the desire to love you well. And so if your identity is stuck in that and you don't realize that actually before you were formed in the womb, before you had all those traumatic experiences, there was an identity and a purpose and an intention for your life, that has not been broken by those early childhood experiences. And so my wish is for everybody who has like a basic understanding of psychoeducation, of self-development, and that self-concept work. If you've been doing all of that, like trying to break generational curses and understand the patterns of generational trauma in your lineage, like go ahead and do that. I'm here for it. And also do not neglect the other components. That's faith, self-efficacy, or tangible progress, nervous system regulation, and social connection. You absolutely can and will heal. Life does in fact get better, but that comes with knowing yourself, knowing what happened to you, and how to actually move on. All right, I will see you in the future. Love you, friend.